Hello, this is Andi from Andi Plays Some Games. Today I'll be talking to you as Andi from Andi Writes Some Books. Not many people know this, but I am the author of a supernatural book series called The Devil of Blackthorne. I've already written 2 books, and I've been working on the third for the past several years, I think. If I had to give a quick summary of my books, just to give you an idea of what they're about, which I'm not really good at summarizing. That's why I write entire books instead of the summaries of them. So I was a guy in high school, kind of sarcastic and reckless. Skipped school one day to hang out at a abandoned building that's haunted, and something follows him home. From there, the story deals with spiritual warfare, angels and demons. Yeah, it's exciting, it's funny, it's deep. The characters are relatable and engaging. I've been told it's an easy read, it's entertaining, it's a page turner. So go ahead and check it out. I'll link it in the description below. Book 1 and 2. You can buy it pretty cheap on Kindle. And if you enjoy it, please give me a rating and a review, or just a rating if you don't feel like writing a review. It would help me out a lot. It kind of got put on the back burner as of a few years ago, but I am getting back into it. Since the year, you all know what the year was, 2020, I've been doing a lot of deep diving down some conspiracy theory rabbit holes and yeah, learning a lot of stuff. Let's see, the lines that planes draw in the sky, the chemical waste product that they put in our toothpaste and drinking water that they say fights cavities, but maybe doesn't. Did we really go to the moon? Is the Earth really a spinning ball in space, tilted at was it a 66.6 degree angle, moving at 666 something or other miles per hour or something? The nation state of Is Not Real, founded by the Luciferian Red Shield family. And then there's the Nephilim, about the nature of the people who run this world, about secret societies and stuff like that. Yeah, we've been lied to about a lot. I really would like to expose some of these things in my final book because one of the major plot lines of it is getting to the bottom of the principalities, powers, rulers of darkness of this world, as it says in Ephesians 6:12. Yes, 6:12. And yeah, I like to think that a lot of my deep diving was research. Yeah, I think it was. It was important to spend the time doing that. But recently I've been feeling like I've consumed enough. I've kind of I feel like I've kind of reached the bottom of the rabbit hole to a conspiracy that kind of ties it all together. Some of you might know it as Satan's Little Season, which is in Revelation 20. Go ahead and read that for yourself. It's pretty interesting. And having thought well, since I learned about Revelation and, I don't know, Sunday school or something. Yes, my Sunday school teacher did talk a little bit about Revelation when I was a little kid. I don't think most Sunday school teachers talk about Revelation these days, but yeah, I always thought that we were living in the time before the events of the beginning of Revelation, like the four horsemen, the the bowls, the trumpets, all that. So, like, I've been watching all these signs that kind of fit, but don't really fit, and the theory that Revelation already happened, like probably back around 70 AD when the temple was destroyed, and there was a lot of weird things in the writing of Josephus and some other historians of some crazy things that happened back then. Um, yeah, that Jesus returned soon, like he said he was going to return. In Revelation, he said, write these letters down, and send them to churches because I am coming back very soon. And he said repeatedly all throughout that book, I'm coming soon, I'm coming quickly. And when he was, before he ascended, and he was still with his disciples, he told them, he said, some of you will not die before you see my kingdom coming. I think he meant it. And I think a lot of the history we've been taught is a lie. The amazing, elaborate, giant buildings that are a lot of our post offices and capitol buildings and libraries and so and so, I don't think they were built by Donkeys Incorporated, by people with hand tools and no electricity. I don't think they chiseled them out just because they didn't have anything else better to do, just because they were harder working than we are. I think those buildings were probably built during the millennial reign of Christ by the saints who were living in their glorified bodies, who didn't die, who lived for 1,000 years and reigned with Christ, who had all the advanced knowledge because they lived so long and they learned. And yeah, I don't know exactly all the answers, but I think it's a pretty compelling theory. And if you look at these buildings and look at the narratives that they tell us that, oh yeah, this was built in 3 years, and it would take us 10 years to build that with power tools. Yeah. Anyway, I didn't mean to go into this much detail, but might as well, I guess. So anyway, I am working on my books again, and yesterday I spent all day reading the progress I have so far for my book 3, which is 21 chapters so far, and I really enjoyed it. I was only planning on reading a few chapters, and they were so good that I went back and read a few more before that, and then I started from the beginning and read all the way through until like 3 a.m. So it was definitely encouraging to me that I like what I wrote. Usually I'm my own worst critic, but yeah, I I need to finish this book. I need to finish this series and wrap it up in a neat little bow, and I'm gonna do that. So for my channel, I'm planning on getting back to doing like a video every week or two instead of every month or two. And I'd like to look into using AI to make some little trailers for my book to promote it and put them at the end of each video going forward. Well, once I make them. And maybe update the cover art of my first book because I'm not totally thrilled with it. I like the second one, but maybe I'll use AI to help with that, or maybe I'll just hand draw the creepy shadow demon figure on the building instead of the weird thing I got going on. Anyway, and also when I'm done with book 3, I'd like to re-release the entire trilogy into one hardcover book, because Amazon allows you to do hardcover books now. So I'd like to do that. That would be pretty cool. If you haven't read my books yet, go ahead and check them out on Amazon. I'll link them in the description below. And if you're not following me already, go ahead and hit subscribe if you're interested in my content, my books. Thank you for listening and stay tuned.